Now, over the past 7 years, James, we've had 6 royal commissions already into child sex abuse, trade union corruption, children in detention in the Northern Territory, the banks, aged care, and now there's one in on the abuse of the disabled. Now Labor wants a 7th royal commission in 7 years into the suicide of veterans. Your Prime Minister says he's open to it. Is it healthy, actually, to have so many royal commissions, each of them costing millions of dollars?
I think what we need to be most concerned about here and focused on here, Andrew, is the outcomes for the people affected. That's what I know the Prime Minister cares about, and it's what I care about. I'm much more clear-eyed about the importance of those outcomes for veterans and their families than I am about the process of how we get there. I think the Prime Minister is right to be open-minded about this and to continue to talk to Veterans Group and the friends and families of veterans that we have lost. But we have to just be very clear that our priority here is how we get to the right outcomes. And if a Royal Commission is the best process to deliver that, then fine. But if there are other more expedited ways of dealing with it, then I think we should do that instead.
Well, if you're going to spend millions of dollars, I'd rather go to the veterans straight away and not to the lawyers for a picnic for another year or two. Look, I was going to ask you, Kimberly, about this, but because we're running out of time, you both had briefings today with a delegation of human rights activists and politicians from Hong Kong. What did you learn from that?
Well, they were able to give us a very current snapshot of what is happening in Hong Kong. I think that they were able to explain to us the importance of the local and overwhelmingly pro-democratic elections that were held recently in Hong Kong. I think this bodes very well for that territory, and I think also for the Taiwanese elections, which are going to be held in January next year. I think also the heartbreak that is happening there. I mean, this is a people who are worried that they are going to lose something we take as for granted as being able to breathe in the air, and that is freedom. And they're worried that they're going to lose that. And I think, you know, when you meet these, I mean, it is such a privilege to be able to meet with these people, to hear their stories. I mean, these are first-hand accounts from the streets of Hong Kong, and I think it's really important that we, you know, they were encouraging a delegation of Australian parliamentarians to come, and I think that would be something that would be really worth undertaking to show
This is one of the big flashpoints of our generation, and I'm glad you both have been so active in this area. Kimberly Kitching and James Patterson, thank you very much for your time.